Hey guys, what's going on? It's Cal, and in today's video, I'm gonna take you on a photo walk through the streets of Queens, New York. So I went out shooting yesterday in Main Street, Flushing, and I came home with over 1,000 images, out of which I'm probably only gonna post 3. But I did want to show you some of the other images and discuss with you some of the things I could have done to have made them better. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right guys, as you can tell, it's a sunny day today. And as I noticed the street vendor had some sun on her face, I decided to shoot over the shoulders of the customers. I did crop out the person on the right because that white hoodie would have made this picture uneven and it would have directed your eye towards them and not the face. For this picture here, I noticed patterns on the wall, so I just pointed my camera and took a shot, but in retrospect, it's a little bit distracting. There's way too many shadows here. I should have planned it out better. I should have waited until she walked into an area that showed the shadows, but also a clean area of light for her to be in. Lady on the right here is smoking. I took some pictures of her, but again, in retrospect, maybe I should have shot her straight on with my camera low pointing up, and perhaps she would have given me some eye contact. All right, this guy on the right here is in a reflection, and I wanted to capture that with someone walking past him, and I didn't do a great job composing it, but in the post-production, I was able to crop it to make it make a little sense. What I should have done here also on the right is painted on some saturation or some contrast to make it pop. Now here I'm just hanging out in the front of a store. Now notice the girl that just walked by with the face mask. I took her picture, and although this is a nice picture of someone walking into the light, I continued shooting because I saw the people were gonna cross my field of view. Now when you shoot through a scene, it creates a potential for layering. Now this hand here and this arm adds a whole new dynamic to what would have been a not so interesting picture. I should have done the same here for this guy, and as you can tell from the straight out of camera, there's someone to the right of him and to the left, but if I would have waited until 2 people in the foreground were to the left of him and to the right of him, it would have created almost a frame within a frame, and I think that really would have worked. Having the patience to stick around and creating layers is a really important skill to have. Here I noticed some guys standing around in the sunlight, casting shadows. I took the picture and kept it going. Again, not patient enough to wait for the 3 shadows to be distinct. Right here, there's nothing going on. I should have waited until someone either gave somebody a high five or a pound or a hat flying off, but I gotta work on my patience, guys. All right, here I noticed a guy walking towards me. I wanted to frame him up with the Queens Library showing. Although I like the straight out of camera, I did bring out some details in the post edit. On the left here, a lady was walking away from me in the light, walking into the shadows. So I took out my camera and I shot from eye level, which I should not have done. Everybody sees from eye level. If you want your pictures to stand out, shoot from a different angle. I should have dropped my camera all the way down to the floor and shot upwards to give this picture a different vibe. Now this lady here, I noticed that she threw her arms up, so I kind of took her picture. She was being lit by a reflection on a mirror, and I was able to bring out that light in post. The image does show that she's moving, and I really like that. Here a young lady was walking by me. I took a picture. The composition was horrible. I chopped off half her head, but if you crop it almost seems like I did it on purpose, which clearly I didn't. On the right, this guy's playing the flute without his shirt on. It's really cold outside and windy, and I wish he would have been facing the sun, but he wasn't. Sometimes pictures don't work, guys. All you can do is try. Now for this picture, I went back to the area with the tree, and I waited this time until people walked into a clean spot. And so this is one of my favorite pictures. It just goes to show you that you need to be patient at street photography. And yeah, something I gotta work on. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found anything of value in what I spoke about, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing. Once again, this is Cal, guys, reminding you that every day is a learning day. What did you learn today?